If you think you can't code MQL4, you might be right, but I would lean towards saying you're probably wrong. And if you think you can't trade, you might be right, but I would lean towards saying you're probably wrong. You can do both, but it's not easy. I can't tell you how many indicators and expert advisors I wrote on napkins just like this right here. You have to do it, and you have to be serious about doing it. And if you have a pen and you have a napkin, that's all you need. That Burger King don't kick you out. When we used Worden's TC2000 and Metastock and Sharp Charts and eSignal, and I never used TradeStation, but almost everything else I've used, might have used TradeStation a little bit. We could do explorations. In Metastock, and some of them, a lot of the work is done for you. But what you would do, you would run an exploration to search all the stocks for, say, maybe a MAC cross or this or that, whatever you wanted. And it would print them out for you, real neat. It was kind of nice. You could do the same thing with MetaTrader. You might have to do a little bit more of the work, but you can do it. For I equals 0, I less than count, I plus plus. Once you start memorizing that, you will be able to write these things in your mind. It will not take a lot. I'll show you right now how little it will take. You can write them in your mind. And a napkin helps too. Okay, here we go. MetaTrader. All we're going to be dealing with is this right here. One more line. We're in a start. We have our symbol list, which we've gone over before. This time, because we want to look at every, or at least 15 through monthly time frame, we have those listed. I just TF, and this is just an array. TF, and it has 7 components, and here they are. So TF0 would be 15. TF6 would be the weekly. In TF2, you start at 0 now, so it's going to be 0, 1, 2, like that. So TF2, or think of it as time frame 2, is going to actually be 60 because we start at 0. And symbol 0 is going to be the EURUSD. That's real easy to look at. It's real easy to memorize. They have to be written like that. This is real easy to look at. It's real easy to memorize. It has to be written like that. Those two things right there, you should be able to memorize how that's written in no time at all. In it, I, K, and bars. We've already gone over what that's for. I don't need to talk about that. So here we are. For I equals 0, so in other words, if our symbol is 0, that right there, as long as I is less than 20, we want to step through them. This one, and this one, and this one, like that. So we're going to step through those. This time we're going to do something a little different. It's going to say, for I equals 0, do what's enclosed here. Do this. And one of the things, the only thing, is here. For K equals 0, if K is less than 7, K plus plus. So, in a sense, what we're doing, we're saying, first take the EURUSD 15 minute. Then take the EURUSD 30 minute. And then the 60 and you step through all 7 of them. And it's telling you to check this. We don't have anything here right now, but that's all it's doing. It's just cycling through every single pair, or the ones we have listed, in these time frames. So let's put something in here for it to do. Now, on indicators, you don't necessarily have to say if alpha is less than 0 in bar 1 and alpha is greater than 0 in bar 2, alpha crossed 0 in this expert advisor. You can encode those alerts in indicators, and most of the time we do. In the alpha indicator, I have it coded to give an alert if there is a color change. In Igor's BB band stop, either he did or I did, I don't know who did, but I can't remember that, but it's encoded there for an alert. So let's do this right here. You don't have to do anything with the indicator. All you have to do is call it. You have to do nothing with it. Okay, so let's do a double, D-O-U-B-L-E, Alma, make it easy, equals. Now remember, iCustom, should have Googled iCustom before, I-C, oops, where's C, C, U, and it'll start it for you, enter. And you should remember what iCustom needs, almost nothing. It needs a symbol, it needs a time frame, it needs a name, it needs a buffer, and a bar. It tells you what it wants right now. So in this case, to keep this simple, what we're going to do, we're going to say sim list, and it starts it for me. Enter. Okay. Comma. Okay, so all I've said is for the iCustom, our symbol is going to be whatever I is. In this case, I is 0 to start with. So that's going to be our symbol. EURUSD. Time frame, we're going to go with our time frame with K. So we're going to go TF, and if this confuses you, it confused all of us to begin with. So now what we're saying is EURUSD, so it's 0 right there, and we're saying time frame K, which is 0 to start with, that's 15. So the first thing we're going to do is check the EURUSD, the 15-minute time frame. Now we need a name. And let's see, we're going to use ALMA. A-L-M-A. We need a buffer. 0, doesn't really matter. And bar, that doesn't really matter, but let's do it anyway. Let's put 1. And there. Now, what this is going to do, all this is going to do is going to cycle through the symbols one at a time, and it's going to cycle through the time frames we have listed here one at a time, and it's going to assign to ALMA our ALMA indicator. Now we could have made this anything. We could have made it Z, could have made it anything. Doesn't matter. And we're not doing anything with it. This is the end of it right here. So let's compile. I've already saved it as alerts. Compile. No errors. Let's slide up. You see there's nothing up here. There's nothing. I did. Oh, well, there's one thing. Start. When the markets aren't open, we used to do some things before with messages and that sort of stuff to kind of trick it into forcing a tick. We can't do that anymore. At least I don't know how it's changed. So I always put start function in the init. So on a weekend like it is right now, it will now that's the way I trick it into starting. Otherwise, if you don't have that start in there on the weekend, it's not going to work. It'll work during the week, but it's not going to work during the weekend. Okay, so okay, we compiled it. Let's see. Let's go to. Okay, I have a empty chart, and you can see I have no connection. I have no connection for multiple reasons, but okay, let's see here. Alerts. Alerts. Okay, now what is going? Oh man. One of these days I'm gonna learn. Yeah, where'd the sound go? Turn that nonsense off. Okay, so now it's going through all the going through every single pair. Right now it's on the AUD CAD, and it's gone to the GBP CAD, and it's telling us every single signal. So in other words, on the NZD USD, there's an ALMA sell right now. On the AUD USD, there's an ALMA sell right now. And if you went to the your experts, you know how you got your journal and all that nonsense. Went to your journal, they're printed out for you. AUD CAD, GBPY, ALMA buy. Let's look at that. Now, what was that, a monthly? Was it a monthly? Was it a monthly? Heck, I don't know. It was like a whole pack of them. Let's just go with the daily because I see the daily. Okay, and see, there it is. Now it also came up again here. It came up right now on that because I have it on the chart. See, it was going down and now it's going up, so it's telling us we have a monthly buy. So there you can, it's the same thing as the explorations, and you could send that to a file, you know, an Excel file or something, and just, let's go back here. Let's just do another one. It could be, I mean, whatever indicator you want, but the indicator really needs to be, has the alert coded inside. If it does not have the alert coded inside, then you're going to have to do like we did earlier and code the alert here, like we did on that the thing we're working on for the chaos system. So let's do another one here. Double O-U-B-L-E. Let's see, BB. Okay, here we go again. I, custom. And what do we need? We need a symbol. And if you don't remember, it'll tell you. S-Y-M-L-I. There we go. Let's go over the same. Because what we're going to do now, we're going to step through. Let me type this. Not talk because I'll screw it up. F. Name. Buffer and bar. Okay, now, like I said, I know most of my indicators by heart, and I know I have my DB bands with an alert set up in it. So let's compile this. No errors. And where are we at? Okay, it should. Unless I did something. Oh, there we go. BB Benz EURJPY. What is that? Weekly? EURGPY. JPY. Let's see. Weekly? Oh, I don't have the bands on there. So you say I don't see it. Okay. Where we at right there? And there's the signal. Right there. See that red dot? So, so what we did now, we cycled through, and first the ALMA, it cycled through the first symbol in the first time frame, and it assigned to ALMA, the ALMA indicator, and then next it checked the bands indicator, and then it went to the second time frame, and then the third time frame, and then the fourth time, and when it got to 7, it jumps back up and it checks the second symbol. So it's checking every symbol, and that's why you've seen before me say you could check every symbol on every time frame in a minute for almost every signal imaginable. And this is what it will come back with. And so there's your BB bands. It's the sell symbol on the signal. Now I don't mean rush out there and sell this, but that's technically what it's saying. And the ALMA sell signal was considerably further back. But anyway, it's if you wanted to add another one, you would just add another one. Whatever you'd want, you could sit there and you could go through as many as you want. And I mean, I have some that might be a dozen different signals. You might want to put PSAR in there. PSAR is similar to the bands. There might be a MAC cross or whatever you might want to put. But the big deal is, if you think you can't code, you might be right, but I'm leans towards that you can. But you're going to have to start small. Try to memorize it. Try to understand it. Don't be going out there and getting crazy with the code. This right here is all you need to check those time frames. And if you wanted to do more, you could put the 5-minute. But you need to be realistic. 5-minute, unless you're scalping or something like that, which I don't do. 15-minute and up is plenty good. And I'll post this, whatever it's worth, I'll post this little code over on enivids site, earnforex.com. And I guess that there's really not much to it, but that should do it.